Police are still on the scene of what has been confirmed as an officer-involved shooting in Medford.
We are told it involves 2 people and a car crash. We have team coverage tonight as we continue to find out more information about this situation. Newswatch 12's Christy Lewis is live where the suspects involved are now. But we begin with Newswatch 12's Rob Scott, who arrived on the scene just moments after police responded.
Newswatch 12 is following some breaking news this evening. 4 people are dead, 2 more wounded after a woman is said to have opened fire at a former education facility in Alturas, California. That's about 3 hours southeast of Medford. Now, different agencies are reporting that the woman grabbed a butcher knife and stabbed another person after running out of ammunition. The identity of that woman has not been released, but she is said to be in police custody. We'll bring you more on this story tonight on Newswatch 12 at 11 o'clock.
There's new information tonight in the fire burning near Weed. 75 homes, structures have been destroyed, and the fire continues to spread. 1,000 more structures are being threatened by that same fire.
The homes ruined are in the Angel Valley area. This is a look here at just how much of Weed as a community this wildfire is impacting. Now, people in the Carrick and Lake Shastina communities have been evacuated, possibly because of Highway 97 being shut down, which is the main or the only road really to get to either of those communities. Interstate 5 southbound is also closed at Wairika, northbound I should say. Interstate 5 northbound is closed just south of Weed, and that Highway 97 is closed from Weed to A12. There's an evacuation center set up right now at the Siskiyou County Fairgrounds. Traffic all along Interstate 5 is being impacted by this wildfire and its closures. Now, Pacific Power has also reported nearly 8,000 people in Mount Shasta and Weed have been without power, but it was turned off because of safety reasons. The Mount Shasta area has had much power restored, but crews are still working in the Weed area. Now, this fire was first reported just before 2 o'clock, and CAL FIRE officials say the wind caused it to spread rapidly. At last report, at last calculation, it was just over 200 acres. Resources are being brought in from all over, from Sacramento up to Siskiyou County, as far as other fires that are burning in that region. They are calling in for resources from those fires as well. Newswatch 12's Randa Gore is trying to get to that scene, but being impacted as many people are. She joins us on the phone. Randa, what are you seeing right now?
Oregon Department of Forestry officials are tracking the storms right now, watching for any possible lightning strikes that may hit southern Oregon. And southern Oregon is in a red flag warning until 11 o'clock tonight, which means the chance of wildfire is high.
Last week's storm brought 38 lightning-started fires to Jackson County. Some of those are just showing up this week. There have been at least 4 new fires in the past 24 hours, and now with more storms on the way, crews have their eyes out for even more. This is the same pattern we saw just about 1 year ago when 5 major wildfires smoldered into burning acres days after a dry lightning storm. Those fires combined burned more than 118,000 acres and was called the worst fire season in a decade. Southern Oregon dodged a similar situation last week because there was so much rain with that storm system. But Chief Meteorologist Kate McKinn is in the Weather Center to explain why this week is a little different.
We've had a lot of community members bring us things, coffee, hot chocolate, food.
After 21 hours of negotiation, a deal is still not reached and teachers officially go on strike. And now a community is coming together to adjust to the changes. Teachers have been lining the sidewalks since 6 o'clock this morning, trying to persuade the district to come to a compromise.
The district says they have made several concessions on the agreement, but have to make sure students will have a proper education first and foremost. Both sides say the main issues on disagreement over salary, early retirement, and health insurance are their top concerns. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with Newswatch 12's Rob Scott, who's live at the strike headquarters, and will explain what life is like for those teachers that they are out of the classrooms.
But first, we head to Newswatch 12's Christy Lewis at the Medford District Office to explain what happens next for the negotiations and when we might see some form of a compromise. The city of Ferguson, Missouri is preparing for the worst. Classes are canceled, stores are closed early, and the National Guard is watching over critical facilities such as police and fire stations, all as thousands wait for the final announcement from a grand jury. Just hours ago, a grand jury reached a decision on whether or not an officer will be indicted for shooting an unarmed 18-year-old black man.
It's a decision the entire country has been waiting to hear. We will take you live to a press conference with the announcement in just a moment. As soon as it begins, But as we wait for that, we want to tell you about an investigation into a dead body that's been found in Siskiyou County.
It was found 18 miles south of Fort Hood. County officials have confirmed that it is a body, but have not released any details into the cause of death. Stay with us as we continue to follow that story as well.